Okay, now, we've already removed that side of the wet end, or that complete wet end, and we're down to the end bell. And this side, we still have that stuck impeller. But before we remove these end bells, what you want to do is you want to mark the end bells and the casing with a center punch. That way, when you go to put the pump back together later, right, you'll know exactly where to line up the holes and then put your through bolts back through. It'll be a lot easier. So what you're going to do is take a center punch, just a metal center punch and a hammer, and you're going to mark the casing. Now, what I like to do is mark one notch on the casing, one notch on the end bell, and then on the other side do 2 notches. Or sometimes you can do 2 notches on one side and 3 on the other, which is easier because sometimes you're like, oh, is that the mark? Is that the mark? So do 2 notches. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to go 2 notches here. I'm going to go one, bang a few times, put one mark, and then I'll bang a few times, do a second mark. Then on the end bell, which is a separate piece, see the difference? One's part of the metal is black and one's aluminum. Okay, so I'm going to put 2 markings on the black surface and then 2 markings on the aluminum surface. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Now that's 1 marking. Now that's 2 marking. Now I have that on the black metal. Now I'm going to do the same thing exactly. I'm going to say, here's my hole here. I'm going to go exactly right here on the end bell. And don't worry, I'm going to show you this up close in a moment. That's my first marking on my end bell. And now I'm going to go ahead and right across my black marking again on the end bell. And that's the second marking, okay? And now I'm going to show you up close on the other side how to do the markings on the other side.